Hello, fermenting friends. So your ginger starter, your ginger bug is all done, okay? So when you shake it up and you open it, you hear that? It spits at you and it's fizzy and bubbly. So it's all good to go. So now you're ready to make your ginger soda. So you need a big jug. I have a big glass one, or you could have just an empty water jug. This one just had water from Aldi in it, so it's empty. Either way, this is enough to make a gallon. All right, so here I have this. First thing what you're gonna do, I'm gonna angle it just a little bit. First thing what you're gonna do is put in your dry ingredient, which is your sugar. All right, so it's 1.5 cups of sugar. This is that nice pure cane sugar. All right, so here we go, 1.5 cups. There you are, and there you are. All right. Next is going to be the fruit that you want to, ferment. So it's called a ginger soda simply because you are starting it. You're getting the fermentation going with ginger, with your ginger bug fermentation. But you can make it with anything. I have this old banana that really needs to be eaten or used today. So we're going to use this. I use strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, grapes, real ripe stuff that's real naturally sugary. You know, the sugars are really developed, really help the fermentation process. All right, so basically just little like bite-sized pieces that can fit in the hole there, the top of the jug, and also that can be, you know, fermented easily than just throwing a big chunk of banana in there. So usually what I put in for a gallon is about a heaping third to about 1/2 of a cup of the fruit. This banana is really mushy, but it's fine. It's gonna work. It's got a lot of the natural sugars in it. It's just a big mess to pull apart. Feels like I'm feeding a toddler again. All right, so here is that. And then you just simply try to stick it in the top part there. It's gonna be a little messy, but as you put the water in later, you can kind of clean the top off a little bit. So you're just putting it in there, and this will be what the fermentation, the yeast and the bacteria and the fermentation will consume the sugars, the sugar that you put in and the natural sugars in the banana. And it will have it'll have a hint of the flavor of whatever you have fermented. So a little banana flavor, a little strawberry flavor, you know, it'll have a little hint of that. All right, so that was about a heaping third to about 1/2 of a cup of very mushy banana. Let's see, after that we'll put in 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice. I just get this lemon juice from Walmart. And because I don't like to clean a lot of stuff, I'm going to use the same thing here. So about 1/3 of a cup or so of lemon juice. I'll put that in there. And the most important thing is our ginger starter. Shake it up again. Open it. Get your little... here, I'll angle this down. Whoa. It's falling. There we go. Then you just pour it over a grater. And I usually, I squeeze the stuff out of the little bits here that come out. And I usually throw my ginger bits back in here. That's why my ginger bug is so full. Which, actually, come to think of it, I should probably maybe just toss them every once in a while. So I can have more room for actual liquid in there. So that's a cup, and I usually do about 1.5 cups to really get it kick-started into fermentation. Squeeze out the starter out of there and pour it in to the jug. There we go. All right, so you have your fruit is in there, the banana is in there, the 1.5 cups of sugar is in there, the 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice is in there, and 1.5 cups of your ginger bug starter is in there. Now all you have to do is add thyme and water. All right, so I'm gonna go over here, fill it up from my sink. And this is a time too when you can kind of clean around the edge where the mushy banana or whatever fruit you put in might have touched the top edge. All right, and I'll show you how to replenish this as well. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. To replenish your ginger bug, you just add a little bit of sugar to it and a little bit more pieces of ginger, which I'll do in a minute, but I gotta keep an eye on my water over there. It's just about full. All right, you can't fill it up all the way to the top because as it ferments, it's going to bubble up, and all of the fruit and stuff that's in it is going to start coming up to the top. It's going to float at the top. So when it bubbles, sometimes that bubbly stuff will take the banana or strawberry all the way up out the top. So you got to leave a little bit of space there for that. So then I just take and put a rag over the top of it, because sometimes mine leaks. And you got to get it all shook up inside of there. Shake up the sugar and everything up and down. Now, what you're gonna do, again, this needs to be in a warmish area, 75 to 85 or so degrees. Not so much in direct sunlight, that wouldn't be so great. If it's a little bit cooler in your house, you could even wrap it up like a little baby, put a blanket or sweater on it or something. And you want to leave it on your counter for probably about 3-4 days is usually what it takes in my house. You want to shake it every day. So you're going to take the top off to get it started, and you got to get a little piece of you got to go cut a little piece of your husband's t-shirt off. Just cut it off the back, you won't ever know. And then you put it on the top here, and that lets the air come in and help the fermentation process. So you just sit it on your counter, shake your baby in the morning, this one, and at night for about 3 days. And then when you think it's done, you give it a taste. So you would just use your strainer and put it over a mug, pour a little bit in, and taste it. It should be zingy. It should taste kind of carbonated. It should, if it tastes kind of flat, give it a little bit more time, or even put a little bit more of your ginger bug in it to kind of boost the fermentation. But it's really up to your liking and your taste. That's it. There you go. So this is on the counter, and I will be back when it's all done with another video. Bye.